me bop to this real quick. Hold up. Let me bop to this real quick. Hold up. Let me bop to this real quick. Hold up. Let me bop to this real quick. Hold up. All right. Ready?
Yes, sir.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Untamed. Yeah, boy. Coming at you live for another episode of the Man What Podcast. Man, what? What is going on in the hip hop space, my brother? I'm here with your boy K. Big K, you know what I'm saying? Not the little one. No Diddy.
That's crazy.
How you feeling today, man?
Don't ever attach No Diddy to my name. I'm feeling good though. No Diddy attached to my name, man.
You feel me? It's going good though.
Nah, well, how you
I'm
feeling
doing good,
though, man?
I went to the Yim.
The Yim? What? That boy putting up some weights this morning?
Beard of fur. Of course. At least 3 times a week, brother.
Okay. What was today? It was leg day, chest, back. What's up? What you hit?
Nah. It was chest day today, brother.
Okay. That boy said he
had to get
pushing
it in,
the weight out the chest. He feeling good. Johnny got him pushing 2 plates.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that Yim.
For sure.
Hit that Yim. But yeah, everything is good, man. I just want to take this time out to thank all of our subscribers.
Yeah.
All of our followers.
Yep.
All of the people that's making us them dollars.
Yep.
We love ya. You know what I mean? We actually gained a couple of subscribers this week between the last pod. And might I add, man, the pod is doing pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From us starting from the dirt, it's doing really good, man. We got some good numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The pods is putting up numbers. The shorts is putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a good long ride already.
Yeah, it's brick by brick, like slowly but surely. I feel like if I showed y'all the screenshots from like when I first posted the pod and how many subscribers we had at the beginning, obviously it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I just got a list of screenshots that just shows it going from 1 to now we at 72. So it's a slow build, but we appreciate everybody for tapping in, subscribing, and locking in with us every week.
We love y'all, man.
About that.
I love it, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Man What Podcast, the best podcast on the net, might I add. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, a lot of stuff didn't happen since the last pod. What we getting into today, man? Come on.
So the last pod we ended off with obviously it was a beef pod. It was Drake and Kendrick, but the last songs we heard on the pod, prior to recording, was dang, what was it? What was the last song we heard on the other pod? We talked about Family Matters, and we talked about Meet the Grams. But not like us.
We haven't.
Yeah, not like us. And the Heart Part 6.
And the Heart Part 6.
All right, bet. So, yeah.
So what we get into first,
after Meet the Grams drop, after Drake dropped Family Matters, which, I mean, do you want to talk about that first?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, cool. So, Drake drops Family Matters. Obviously, y'all already got our reaction to that. And Meet the Grams.
Crazy,
but
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Boogeyman stomped on the release. That's crazy.
He stomped on the release.
Why would you do that, Kendrick?
Which with a same night release. So he drops Meet the Grams, and then literally the next day, was it Sunday?
Yep.
It was Saturday. It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
Release.
It was Saturday. But he drops Not Like Us, which is produced by Mustard, and it's like some West Coast bop. Like it's just one of them. Like it's a smash record. So when Kendrick dropped that, I think everybody ended up like calling the beef. They was like, oh, this is over. Like Kendrick got him. But the next day,
he Drake.
Yeah, great.
Really think about it, he Drake.
Yeah, he Drake.
He dropped a hit on him.
Yeah, but Drake
going number one on the charts, might I add. This is crazy.
Yeah, and not like us again. Like it's just going into some things where he's just saying, he's telling Drake, "Yo, you not like us. You not one of us. Like you culturally though." I mean, I think I think that's a point that's been being lost in all this. People are trying to make it like Kendrick is trying to make Drake feel not a part of the culture because of him being mixed. I don't think it's about that. I think more so it's like a culture thing.
I mean, he is mixed.
Yeah, he's definitely
he is
mixed.
white.
He's white and black.
And
though.
he's Jewish. That's crazy.
His dad is black though. So
yeah, but it ain't too many black people that's Jewish. Let me just say that.
Yeah, I mean,
unless you know where you come from. You feel me?
Right.
Shout out Kyrie Irving.
Right. But I think he's just more so talking culturally, like how he uses the Atlanta street artist to portray an image that may not be for him, it's just for capital gain.
For sure.
And then using irresponsible lyrics like Drake saying, "You rapping like you trying to get the slaves freed." I think that bar from Family Matters, again, like we said, fire song. I think those bars didn't land with people. I mean, not the way he thought. Maybe I don't think he thought that over too well. But Kendrick took that one little slip up in his diss and made an entire third verse about how Drake uses the Atlanta rap scene the same way colonizers would use Atlanta back in the day, to just use them for capital gain, and then just when they're done, they just leave and it's whatever. And I feel like he's paralleling that to Drake's relationship with Atlanta artists at this current moment. So yeah, one slip up in a bar by Drake really gave Kendrick the go to like make an insane verse and show you why Kendrick is Kendrick.
Let me ask this, bro. Do you feel like Kendrick went too far? Like in Not Like Us, did Kendrick go too far?
Yeah.
Like, is there such thing as going too far in a rap beef?
I think I
don't know. Some people would say no. Some people would say yes.
I think we've seen this with Pusha T, and I don't think this is too far. We've seen it in
you don't think these allegations, these SA allegations and
I don't think
allegations are.
I personally wouldn't have taken it there. But you can't tell.
He took it there.
You can't tell somebody how to react to the disrespect you put towards them, because if you go back and listen to Like That, right? The verse was disrespectful, but he was more so keeping it on some like some rap shit. You feel me?
I think in Like That, bro, there was a couple of like double, triple entendres that maybe us as fans didn't necessarily get. Yeah. But when Drake heard it, Drake got it. Like, you know what I mean? It was some things in there that were coded that when Drake really heard it, he like, oh, like.
That makes me want to go back and listen to the Like That verse and peel it back. But I wonder what it was to make him say, you know what, I'm going personal, because on the onset of it,
because Drake went for the jugular.
Yeah, he said his wife's name, and after that, obviously we seen that happen with Pusha T. We seen once he like said that name, it was like, all right, I'm going there. But people ask, do they think?
So did Drake take it too far
by mentioning Kendrick's wife's name? Yeah, because that's none of your business. My wife is none of your business. My girl is none of your business.
But that's what I'm saying. It has to be some codes in there that us as fans didn't really understand.
Maybe.
But Drake himself was like,
maybe.
Nah,
and then
you're not finna say that.
Maybe. But on the onset of it, it looks like, because he named the name, it didn't seem like Kendrick named a specific name in the verse that was like, I gotta go now.
I think he mentioned Daylight.
What about
Drake,
Daylight?
He told Drake, your best work is a light pack. And I don't know if any of y'all know, this is getting to the conspiracy theories, but Daylight is speculative. There's speculation that Daylight wrote a lot of Drake's best hits. Well, some of them, not a lot of them, maybe like 3 or 4.
I heard it was I heard back to back, but I didn't hear anything else. But back to back is, for me, is like it would change things if Drake didn't write back to back, because I think that was one of the biggest things I accredited him for, as far as not that he wasn't fire before then, but when he did that, it was like, oh, like, respect, because you're MC on every level. You can make the pop hits, you could go sing, and then you could get into a battle with a rapper who at the time we really had a lot of like reverence for, which was Meek. And you done him like that, that was like, whoa. But to find out you didn't write back to back, for me, that would be a bit of a stain.
I feel like the timing for Meek what Meek did, he didn't go for the jugular. He didn't drop a song and say it in the song. He tweeted it first. Yeah. And I think that's where the whole Twitter fingers stuff comes from. Yeah. It's like you tweeted it and you thought it was going to be big like that. But I think if he would have went a different route and actually recorded it on a song and dropped it like that, and have us looking back, and then the reference tracks drop, then I feel like it looks a little different from me.
I also don't,
and I really got that from Act.
And I'll say this, back to back to me doesn't have the same sting, because in this battle we've seen Drake low key do a lot of the things he poked fun at Meek for. He said, "I'm not the type of nigga that'll type the niggas," and that's kind of low key what he's been doing this entire battle.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And I think it's one of those things where we've heard a lot from Drake's side. Not a lot, but we've heard enough from Drake's side outside of the music. We know that he's been, like Joe said, that he was talking to Drake this whole entire battle. We know that Ack was talking to him this entire battle. So we know a little bit of what Drake's thinking, whereas, like, we don't know what Kendrick's thinking. He hasn't said anything. The only thing he has done is press upload on YouTube.
And that's why I think that a couple of things in this battle weren't really in Drake's favor, and that's one of them. Yeah. The fact that Kendrick is so reserved and private, and he doesn't really have a big voice like Academics or Joe Budden that's out here trying to push a narrative or champion anything or give us information. Yeah. Nobody's giving us information about Kendrick. Right. He just pushes upload, and that's the big story. You know what I'm saying? And I think that right there is to Drake's detriment. For sure. And might I add, in this whole beef, Drake has made some claims, Kendrick has made some claims. I think the difference is that in the Heart Part 6, Drake actually went on wax and he defended himself against these PEDO allegations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kendrick hasn't gotten on a song or he hasn't tweeted anything to say anything about, you know, essay allegations or him hitting his wife or anything like that. You know? So it's like he didn't make it bigger than what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like by Drake getting on the song and actually saying the words and you know, it's like when psychology when somebody that studies in psychology, when they really break down, you know, your actions and how they're saying like this is the aftermath of somebody who is guilty. That's what they're saying.
It's almost like hopping on the defense too quick. It's like, what'd you get so offended for? Like, but I mean, I understand.
But I would be offended too if it was me. I'd be offended too, especially if it isn't true.
Nah, of course you'd be offended. You'd be offended, but it almost seems like the offense was preemptive because, if you go back to Taylor Made, he used the AI for Tupac to say that about him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, because you heard it on the Budden podcast, and it's like, oh, so you kind of were offended about this prior to him even bringing it up on record. So it just looks a little like, okay, like strange, but of course I understand why he's offended. That's a egregious claim. So, but
yeah, it's a crazy claim. I probably would have defended myself too. That's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta back out of that one. You have to back out of that one. So,
so let me ask you this. Since we were putting songs against songs, right? The last two songs to drop, were Not Like Us by Kendrick and The Hard Part 6 by Drake.
Uh-huh.
Just judging those two songs, which song do you think had the better bars? Like, which one do you think was better equipped for beef? You think Kendrick or Drake?
Whew. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I want to be objective about this as possible because that beat on The Heart Part 6 is really insane, bro. That song, that like a few of the beats that Drake has used in this beef, I'm really sad that he used them for this beef. Like that last part of Family Matters and that beat on The Heart Part 6, I really wish these beats had nothing to do with this beef, because if Drake was on those beats on some just like album mode type stuff, oh my God. But back to the topic, I do think The Heart Part 6 had amazing bars, bro. It did. The only thing about it is a lot of the
really good record. I think it's actually one of the best records that came out of this beef so far.
Facts. But I think him defending it feels weird riding around to that. You feel me? It feels weird, turning that on. It's one of those you listen to and then it's like, all right, I'm done with it. Like, unless
that's a headphone.
Yeah,
that's a gym listen. That's not a
It's like one of those passive listens where if it comes on, you might not turn it, but you're not going to that song.
Yeah.
But as far as beef,
yeah, for sure.
Not Like Us is it's layered.
It captured the coast.
It's layered. It's a hit, but it's a hit. It's a beef record. It's a diss record. It's a culture record. It's a regional record. Like it covers a lot of things. So I would say the better diss record is Not Like Us. What you think?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. It depends, cause to me, I feel like Drake in that last bout, Drake out-rapped Kendrick, bro. Drake out-rapped Kendrick, but Kendrick, I feel like Drake was playing checkers with this. He wasn't really taking it seriously.
Yeah.
But Kendrick was actually playing chess.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you.
Like,
I don't think Drake wrote anything in this beef that was better than that third verse of Not Like Us. That third verse, that verse really showed the separation in pens to me. Even though Drake had very clever bars. They were very clever. Like, so one of my favorite bars of the beef was where he makes the realization in Family Matters where he was like, maybe I'm Prince and you're actually Mike, because Top would make you do features for change, because he was basically saying Michael was praying his features would change so people believe that he's actually white. Top will make you do features for change and get on pop records and rap for the whites. And you say your brother Jermaine,
that's what I'm saying.
but
like,
you
Drake
wanted him to stay out of the light.
Bro.
I thought that was some of the best bars. But that third verse of Not Like Us it's out of here, bro.
Honestly, bro, I feel like, in my opinion, Family Matters is the best track to come out of this. And the reason that I say that, bro, Drake really sat up there. Like that right there.
Yeah.
Just how you say that Kendrick is
I disagree, but I could
stuff.
understand why
Drake
you say
really
that.
sat and wrote Drake really sat and wrote that. Like that wasn't no just throwaway. That was really well thought about, really well said, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that song it got stomped on.
Yeah, it did.
It got stomped on, and it with Not Like Us, and not because Not Like Us was a better record.
Meet the Grams.
Both of them.
Yeah,
bro, both of them. He dropped both of them in one after the other, right after he just dropped a song, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that song, that was supposed to be Drake's bomb,
right?
And it got stepped on, so I don't feel like it's being appreciated as it should be, right? Because of the hype. I think that, let me just preface it by saying Kendrick is a great writer. Of course, he's a Pulitzer Prize winner. Like,
yeah,
this is the award for writing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So he's a great writer, but I feel like the hype for those two records were not only because they're good records, which they are, but it's more of a Drake just dropped his bomb. Kendrick dropped right after that. Then he dropped another song right after that. You know what I mean?
It's the move more than it. It's the move more than it is the song.
Yeah, it's the move more than the bars, bro. It's the move more than the bars.
I agree.
That's how I feel. In all three of those songs, bro, Family Matters is the best song out of those three, bro.
I would say I don't think it's the best song. I do think it's the most entertaining though. It's definitely the most entertaining, but I don't think it's the best song. I have a sleeper for what's the best song out of this.
I think that Family Matters was the best song to come out of that 3-pack between him and Kendrick, and the only reason, like I said, that Not Like Us is blasting past everything is because of the hype. And then, like, bro, we're in the age of